you're going to discover and see everything you need to know about AmaWaterways AmaSonata river cruise ship. Hi, I'm Gary Bembridge, and this is another of my tips for travelers. I'm going to take you on a tour and review the AmaSonata river cruise ship. Now, AmaWaterways cruise ships are amongst the highest rated. So the Berlitz Guide to River Cruising ranks 10 of the AmaWaterways ships as their top 10 ships. So let's take a look at the AmaSonata that I am recording this on and find out why they are so highly rated. The ship was built in 2014, it holds 164 guests, has roughly one crew member for every 3 passengers, and has a lot of space per passenger. It's one of the best on the rivers. So let's just take a look at, first of all, what facilities there are, and then what the cabins are like. So the top deck, which is the sun deck, you have the big open area, you have a walking track, and one of the really important features is the swimming pool. So it's a heated swimming pool, so even in the depths of winter, if you're on board, you could actually swim in it. The next level down is the violin deck. So in the front of the ship, you have an open area where you, in good weather, you can sit outside and eat or relax. Then very importantly, you have the large lounge. You have an observation area up front where you get great views. The lounge is very important because you have a bar in here. It's where you meet in the evenings for the sip and sail complimentary cocktail hour. It's also where they do serve light bites at breakfast and at lunch. It's also where they have afternoon tea. So it's a very important part. It's the main sort of meeting spot on board. It's also where you have things like the port briefings. Just behind that, you have a little gift shop, which has a wide range of souvenirs dependent on the region, jewelry. You then have the very important reception desk and a little area where you have the cruise manager and a hotel director. You then have some cabins, and then at the back you have a couple of really important things. So you have the chef's table, which is the specialty dining restaurant. Now, the chef's table is actually included within the fare. You just have to book to go to it. There's also the fitness room here, which is again complimentary included. You have the hairdresser and a massage room as well. The deck below that is known as the cello deck, and here you have the main dining room. This is where you can have breakfast, lunch and dinner. Breakfast being a buffet, lunch being a buffet, and dinner being a multi-course sit-down menu. It's a great venue. I actually really like the dining room because there's lots of little booth type tables, big tables and smaller tables, so it's a really nice mix of configurations. Then below that you have the piano deck, which is where you have more cabins. Now I want to talk about the cabins. You do have some suites, but the bulk of cabins on board are the twin balcony cabins. These are very unique to AmaWaterways, and they created them because they know a lot of people like to have the idea, even if they don't use it very much, of being able to sit outside and enjoy the fresh air as you sail along and look at the sight. But what they realize is if they have a balcony for the whole of the cabin, it reduces the size of the cabin. So they created an area where you have a French balcony, so you have more space, and then the balcony. I really like the cabins on board. I find them very comfortable. Probably one of the nicest cabins on any river cruise ship that I've been on. The quality of the bedding was really good. The bathroom itself was fantastic. It's a marble bathroom, great shower, great water pressure, very hot water, really consistent, nice premium toiletries. So really nice cabin. So the bulk of the cabins are this style, and they're on the violin deck and the cello deck. On the piano deck you have, because it's more below the water level, you have cabins which just have windows higher up. I would really recommend, if you possibly can, you get one of the twin balcony cabins, because that's the best way of experiencing the rivers that you cruise on, because you get beautiful scenery all of the time, and being able to just look out or step on the balcony is a really big plus. So the AmaSonata, it's a very beautiful ship. This is very typical of other AmaWaterways ships. So if you see other AmaWaterways ships, you'll see that they look very similar to this, and many of them are very similar. I'd love it if you watch many more of my tips for travelers videos if you found this one helpful, because you get much more travel inspiration, advice and tips on how to make the most of your precious travel time and money on both land and at sea.